Good morning and welcome back, everyone, to day 2 of the Python Bootcamp. We hope you found yesterday's session insightful and got a solid introduction to Python syntax and basics. As the saying goes, knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. So let's dive deeper today. I now invite Priyabrata and Vinod to begin today's first session.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Good morning, everyone. Myself Vinod Kumar from second year. I am going to teach you control flow. The first topic is conditional statement. What is conditional statement and why use conditional statement? Conditional statement allow you to execute code based on condition evaluate to true or false. मतलब कंडीशनल स्टेटमेंट हम तब यूज करते हैं जब कोई भी स्टेटमेंट को ट्रू या फॉल्स चेक करना हो. They are essential for controlling the flow of program and making decisions based on different input or condition. Types of conditional flow. What are the types of conditional flow in Python? There are mainly four types of conditional statement in Python. First is if statement, second is if else statement, third is if elif else statement, and fourth is nested if else statement. Go to the next slide. The first is if conditional statement. The if statement is used to test a condition and execute a block of code only if the condition is true. इफ कंडीशनल स्टेटमेंट का यूज तब करते हैं जब किसी एक कंडीशन को चेक करना हो कि वो कंडीशन ट्रू हो रहा है या नहीं. सिंटैक्स इज इफ कंडीशन कोलन कोड टू एग्जीक्यूट इफ द कंडीशन इज ट्रू. लेट टेक एग्जांपल age equals to 26 code to execute if the condition is true. If age is greater than 80 colon print this message, you are an adult. Now I am going to use online Python compiler to run the code. Age equals to int enter your age. If age greater than 90, print you are an adult. Now run the code, then we will get an output. Now run the code in online Python compiler. Then age is greater than 25, greater than 90, then print a message you are an adult. We will get an output you are an adult. If we change the age 70, then run the code, and here we will get no any output. So here if block is true, then we get output. Here 17 is less than 19, then if block is false, then no one anything will be printed here. Now go to the next slide. If else, second is if else conditional statement. The if else statement provide an alternative block of code to execute if the condition is false. Sorry. Syntax is if condition colon code to execute if the condition is true, else colon code to execute if the condition is false. Here if else स्टेटमेंट का यूज हम तब करते हैं जब अल्टरनेटिव ब्लॉक ऑफ कोड को चेक करना हो। जैसे अगर इफ कंडीशन ट्रू हुआ तो ये ब्लॉक ऑफ कोड रन होगा, अगर ये फॉल्स हुआ देन ऑटोमेटिकली एल्स वाला यहाँ पर रन होगा। जैसे कि यहाँ पर एग्जांपल है टेम्परेचर इक्वल्स टू 30 इफ टेम्परेचर इज ग्रेटर देन 25 कोलन प्रिंट इट अ हॉट डे एल्स प्रिंट इट इज अ कोल्ड कूल डे। जैसे कि टेम्परेचर अगर यहाँ पर 30 ले रहे हैं तो जो कि 25 से ग्रेटर है, 25 से ग्रेटर है तो यहाँ पर ये वाला ब्लॉक प्रिंट होगा। अगर यहाँ पर टेम्परेचर का वैल्यू को चेंज करके अगर हम यहाँ पर टेम्परेचर 20 कर देते, ये वाला ब्लॉक फॉल्स करता तो एल्स वाला ऑटोमेटिकली रन कर जाता। Now I am going to the online Python compiler. Temp equal to let's take 30. if temp less than 25 colon print full day. Else print print hot day. Now run the code. Sorry. Here temperature is 30. यहाँ पर जैसे टेम्परेचर का वैल्यू 30 डिग्री है, तो ये 25 से यहाँ पर अगर 25 ये पहले ये वाला चेक होगा, 25 से क्या है ग्रेटर है, तो ये वाला फॉल्स हो जाएगा, तो यहाँ पर ये कूल डे प्रिंट नहीं होकर के यहाँ पर एल्स वाला ब्लॉक प्रिंट होगा, इट्स अ हॉट डे। अगर टेम्परेचर का वैल्यू चेंज करके हम कर देते हैं 20 एंड देन रन, तब यहाँ पर प्रिंट होगा कूल डे, क्योंकि ये वाला ब्लॉक या ये वाला ब्लॉक जो है ट्रू होगा तब ये प्रिंट होगा, अगर ये फॉल्स हो जाएगा तब एल्स वाला ब्लॉक प्रिंट होगा। Next is if elif else conditional statement. The if elif else conditional statement allow to check multiple condition and execute different block of code based on which condition is true. if elif else statement का यूज हम तब करते हैं जब हम मल्टीपल कंडीशन को चेक करना हो। Syntax is if condition 1 code to execute if the condition 1 is true, elif condition 2 code to execute if the condition 2 is true, else code to execute if none of the above condition are true। यहाँ पर if condition अगर ये condition true होगा तब ये ब्लॉक सॉरी अगर if वाला condition true होगा तब ये कोड जो लिखा होगा वो प्रिंट होगा, अगर ये फॉल्स करेगा देन गो टू द elif पार्ट, अगर ये ट्रू होता है तब ये वाला प्रिंट होगा, अगर ये भी फॉल्स कर जाता है ऊपर का दोनों अगर फॉल्स कर जाता है देन गो टू द नेक्स्ट पार्ट। Example, let's take example. Score equals to 85 if score is greater than equals to 90 colon print grade A, elif score greater than equals to 80 colon print grade B, elif score greater than equals to 70 colon print C, else colon print grade D। यहाँ पर जैसे कि यहाँ पर दो एलिफ लिए हैं, हम एक से ज्यादा एलिफ ले सकते हैं, जैसे यहाँ पर दो एक ही एलिफ इस कंडीशन में है लेकिन यहाँ पर दो एलिफ यूज कर सकते हैं, लेकिन कोड में हम दो से ज्यादा कितना भी हम एलिफ यूज कर सकते हैं, लेकिन इफ और एल्स एक ही हो सकता है। और यहाँ पर प्रॉपर इंडेंटेशन इफ के बाद यहाँ पर लाइन दिया गया है क्योंकि यहाँ पर प्रॉपर इंडेंटेशन यूज किया गया है, जिसको हम लोग व्हाइट स्पेस भी बोलते हैं। अगर ये प्रिंट इसकी जगह कहीं और अगर एक स्पेस इधर उधर कर देते हैं तो यहाँ पर एरर थ्रो करेगा। गो टू द ऑनलाइन कंपाइलर। Here, a score equals to 85. If a score greater than equals to 90 colon print grade A. Elif a score greater than equals to 80 print grade B a score greater than equals to 70 print grade C else print ग्रेड डी। जैसे यहाँ पे कोड लिखे हैं, अगर स्कोर 85 है, इफ स्कोर ग्रेटर देन 90 है, तब ये प्रिंट ग्रेड ए प्रिंट कर दो। अगर स्कोर 80 से ग्रेटर है और 90 से लेस है तो ग्रेड बी प्रिंट कर दो। अगर स्कोर 70 से ग्रेटर है और 80 से लेस है तब ग्रेड सी प्रिंट कर दो। अगर स्कोर जो है 70 से लेस है देन ग्रेड डी प्रिंट कर दो। नाउ रन द कोड and we will get a output grade B. Why grade B? Because here a score is 85, less than 90 and greater than 80. Then print grade B. We change the value of a score. We take 75. Now run the code. Then print grade C. Why grade C? Because here a score is less than 80 and greater than 70. Then print grade C. And next is nested if else conditional statement. A nested if else statement is an if else conditional inside another if else statement. It allows multiple level of decision making. Syntax is if condition 1 code block for condition 1 being true, then another if condition 2, code block for condition 2 being true, else colon code block for condition 2 being false, else colon code block for condition 2 being false. Let's take a number system. Take an example, number equals to 10 if number greater than 0 colon if number modulo 2 equals to 0 colon print this is a even number, else colon print this is a odd number, else if number equals to 0 then print this is a 0, else print this is a negative number. Now I am running the code in online Python compiler. Num equals to, let's take a value 10 if number greater than 0 if number modulo divide 2 equals to 0 print this is even number, else print this is a odd number, else if num equals to 0 print this is 0 else print This is a negative number. Here, now run the code, then print this is a even number. Why this is a even number? Here, जैसे कि हम लोग नम जो है 10 लिए, इफ नम का वैल्यू 0 से ज़्यादा है, यानी 10 जो है 0 से ज़्यादा है, तो 10 में डिवाइड करेंगे 2 से, तो रिमाइंडर 0 यहाँ पर फाइंड आउट होगा। देन प्रिंट होगा दिस इज अ इवन नंबर, एल्स प्रिंट यहाँ पर हिट कर देगा, क्योंकि यहाँ ये जो है ट्रू कर जाएगा, तब दिस इज ए इवन नंबर प्रिंट होगा। अगर हम नंबर का वैल्यू चेंज करके 11 कर देते हैं, नाउ रन द कोड, देन दिस इज अ ऑड नंबर एंड वी चेंज द वैल्यू 0 और now run the code, then this is a 0. Then first of all we check a number which is 0, negative or positive, and then further we classify the number which is odd or even. That's all from my side. I would like to invite Priyavarta De from third year. After this, they will continue.
So, is my screen visible, guys?
Yes, Bhaiya.
Okay, cool. So, I'm Pribhuto Dev from IT third year, and now I'm going to tell the rest of the part of control flow. Okay. So, first of all, match case, or also you can say switch case in C or match case in Python, right? So, first of all, what is match case or switch case? So, match case or switch case, whatever you can say, is used to check many conditions like if, elif, else, but in a cleaner way. As you can say in previous slide, as you can see, there is a if statement, there is a else statement, there is a else elif statement, there is multiple if else and else condition, right? So sometimes it gets messy. When it gets messy, when there is multiple if elif and else statement, and then it gets messy. So to fix that, we have switch case or match case. We write under the hood. Actually, under the hood of match case or switch case, we actually write if elif else statement, but in a cleaner way or a more efficient or an elegant way. So match case is similar to switch case. So first of all, if you are using Python version 3.10, sorry, and the Python version lower than 3.10, then match case functionality is not available, because match case functionality first available in Python version 3.10. Okay. So if you are using lower version, then you are not okay. If you are using higher version, then you are good to go. So what is match case in Python or what is switch case in C? We learned, right? So now there is some little bit difference between match case and switch case. In switch case in C, we need a break statement after each statement. As you can see here, there is a switch case, switch variable, sorry, switch keyword, and then variable name, and there is a case value, and then a break statement. But in the case of match case, there is no break statement. Why? Because match case or Python is pretty intelligent to know when to break the code block or when to stop executing or not to stop the executing. That's why there is no break statement required in Python, but in or in match case, but we need to break, we need to give a break statement in the case of switch case, right? So as for default statement, we use under case in Python, and in C or switch case we use exactly that default keyword to use a default statement. So as you can see the syntax here, there is a syntax of match case, there is a match keyword, then the variable, and then the case value, and the or the case name and the case value 2, and then there is a default statement or the underscore keyword, and there is a default block of code. For the switch case, there is a switch keyword, as you can see, as pretty much same as match case, and there is a variable name, and then the case value 1, case value 2, and after that there is a default statement. And each case value, when the case value is ending with a code, there is a break statement in every scenario or every case. It's only exception for default because we don't need any break statement for default as well. So if you want to see some code, let's see. So first of all, as I say that we need Python version 10 3.10 or higher, right? So how to check that? So open your cmd or command prompt, run it, and type here a basic command, python space 2 hyphen and then version. As you run it, it will show you the Python 3.10 and 7 version. So if you don't have Python 3.10 or higher, how can you download that particular 3.10 and higher version? Not to do anything, just go to your Chrome, search for Python, right? Search for Python, go to the first website you have, and there is download all releases. Scroll down, and there you can see Python 3.13, 3.12, 3.10. These all versions are good to go. But if you, let's suppose you use this 3.9 and 3.9.20, then this version will not support match case. This version will, or Python 3.8. This is also not support match case. So make sure when you download Python or install Python, make sure to install 3.10 or higher version. As you can see, 3.13, 3.11, any of them, right? So let's come to the code, base code. So we have case.c file here, a basic switch case statement of in C. So there is the int variable call x, right? Printf, enter a number, switch scanf. We take our input from users, and then switch variable, switch keyword, as I explained earlier, and there is the x variable name, as you can see, int x and x, and then case 1 or the case value 1. So if the user input or user inputs 1, then it will print 1, and then there is a break statement. Case 2, if the user input 2, it will print 2 and another break statement, and same goes for case 3, and then default. If user gives input rather than 1 to 3, then it will print other number. So run it. So give a number like 1, so it's print 1. Okay, so and again give a number like 10 and it's print other number, right? So same goes for, let's suppose, Python of case of match case of Python. As you can see, it's saying enter a number. Let's give number 3. It's print 3 again. Let's give a number 10. Sorry, my fault. Enter number 10 and then it's another number. Okay, I hope you understand that much. So for now, I am going to the slide again. Okay, so now loops. So loops is like the best friend of programmers, right? Because we need to repeat some block of code. So that's why loop comes to part. So what is loops? A loop is a programming structure that repeats a block of code multiple times until a condition is false or a sequence in. So let's suppose there is a condition, specific condition, and there is a specific chunk of code, a block of code. So loop does what? It repeats the code again and again and again and again infinite times if the condition is true. Until the unless condition is false, it stops executing the code or repeat the code, right? Or sometimes when a sequence is end or a range is ends. So how many types of loops there? There is basically 3 type of loops: for loop, while loop, and do while loops. So we're gonna see one by one of what loops does what. So first of all, there is while loops. While loops is like the basic loop or the most basic loop. While loop does what, or what is while loops? It executes a block of code repeatedly as long as the condition is true. So as I said earlier, while loop is going to run a specific chunk of code again and again infinite time if the condition is true. So if I want to terminate the while loop, I need to at some certain of time the statements, or sorry, the condition should be false. If the condition is true, absolute true, then it gonna run the code, or it gonna run the code block infinite time. So after a point, we need to break the while loops. To break, we need to give a false statement or or after a certain point of time. So as you can see, syntax of while loop, there is a while keyword and the condition, on which condition the while loop going to run, and the specific code block, which code block we want to repeat again and again, right? So let's go for the code. So there is a while while program of basic C and Python as well. So let's run the C first. So as you can see, it's run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why? Because there is a int variable I saying 1. I is initialized as 1, and then while it's mean while will run until unless I become greater than 5. So the condition is here I is less than or equal to 5, right? So so the loop will run until unless I become greater than 5. So how will become greater than 5? There is a counter which will make the I larger of only one step or for only one integer as when the loop will get executed. So first of all, there is a initialization of the variable, there is a loop, while keyword, there is a condition. When the condition is gets true, this specific code block or this specific printf statement gonna run, and then after that there is a I plus plus जो I को एक घर बढ़ा देगा. एक घर बढ़ने के बाद I हो जाएगा 2. After that 2 will get the print. After that 3 will get print, 4 will get print, 5 will get print. After 5 it will 5 होगा 6 होगा. Is 6 less than or equal to 5? Not. Then ये जो स्टेटमेंट है प्रिंट नहीं होगा, सॉरी ये जो स्टेटमेंट एग्जीक्यूट नहीं होगा. So let's suppose if I make 4, then how many time it will run? Any guesses? Okay, so it will run maybe 4, maybe 2 time, because there is 4 प्रिंट हुआ बेसिकली, और उसके बाद 5 प्रिंट हुआ, 5 फिर से बढ़ गया 6 हो गया, 6 जब हो गया इधर कंडीशन फॉल्स हो गया और ये कोड ब्लॉक प्रिंट नहीं हुआ. सो पाइथन के लिए भी देख लेते हैं एक बार. I equal to 1 while there is a while keyword. After that there is a statement I equal to less than 5, and then there is a print statement, and then I को एक घर बढ़ाने के लिए हमें काउंटर यूज कर रहे हैं I plus equal to 1, right? So run this code as Python as well. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's suppose if I give this 5, then it will run only one time. If I give this 4, it will run how many times? Only 2 times. I hope you understand the while loop. If not, raise your hand. Okay, so after that we have the most versatile loops or most important loop, for loops. A for loop in Python is used to iterate over a sequence like list, tuple, string, or range, and executes a block of code for each time, or for each item in the sequence. It's mean it's gonna run for the for loop is gonna run over a sequence like you have C array in C. If you know C or not, then don't worry, we're gonna see. So it's gonna run, it's gonna iterate over a sequence like list, tuple, or string, as you learn already what is list and tuple. And after that, it will execute the block of code for each item of the list or tuple of the array, or in a range. Range means, let's suppose a range means between 1 to 5. So it will run for 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 for each and every time. So for the syntax for loop in Python, we have for and the item or variable, and in sequence and or in the range, and which sequence or which is the for loop gonna run, and then the specific code block or the code chunk. So for syntax you can see it's more simple. There is a for loop, initialization of the variable, the condition it's gonna run, and then the updater, and then the code block. So for the code, let's open the for C file here. So as you can see, there is a for, there is the initialization of the variable int I equal to 1, and then there is a condition on which condition the for loop gonna run, and then the counter जो I को एक एक घर करके बढ़ाते चला जाएगा after the printf statement got executed, right? So let's run this. As you can see, it's keep 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so हो क्या रहा इधर, int I initialization हुआ, कंडीशन चेक हुआ, ठीक है, I 5 से छोटा है, प्रिंटफ को रन कर दो. इसके बाद I बड़ा होके बन गया 2, उसके बाद 2 भी 5 से छोटा है, ठीक है, प्रिंटफ को रन कर दो. उसके बाद I फिर से बढ़ा, 3 हुआ, 3 छोटा है, रन कर दो प्रिंटफ को. 4 हुआ, 5 हुआ, आफ्टर आफ्टर 5 प्रिंट होने के बाद 5 जो है इधर फिर से एक घर करके बढ़ गया, तो 6 हो गया। तो 6 इज नॉट लेस देन 5, 6 5 से छोटा नहीं है, तो प्रिंटफ स्टेटमेंट नहीं रन हुआ। ओके, आई होप आई एम क्लियर। सो लेट्स सी हाउ इट वी गोना work in this, sorry. So let's see how we can use for loop in a sequence or array or a list of tuple. So let me uncomment this code here again, run it. So it's print apple, cherry, banana and cherry. So what is happened, there is a const character array है, apple है, banana है, cherry है, or for int I, again I declare as 0 cause the index of the first element in array or list whatever is 0, right? And then I तब तक रन होगा जब तक 3 से छोटा नहीं, मतलब 0 0 के लिए एक बार रन हुआ, 1 के लिए रन हुआ एंड 2 के लिए रन हुआ, एंड देन आई एक घर करके बढ़ेगा, क्योंकि 0 तो हमने इनिशियलाइज किया था, उसको एक घर करके बढ़ाना भी तो पड़ेगा, तभी तो बनाना चिरी प्रिंट होगा। तो उसके बाद प्रिंटफ स्टेटमेंट एन एंड फ्रूट्स, तो प्रिंट कहाँ से होगा, इधर से होगा, फ्रूट्स आई, इंडेक्स है आई, तो आई उसके बाद 2 0 1 एंड 2, दैट्स हाउ इट्स प्रिंट एप्पल बनाना चेरी, राइट? सो लेट्स सी सेम फॉर द पाइथन, फॉर आई इन रेंज 1 to 6 print I. So we're gonna print this python 3. It's print 1 2 3 4 5, right? Cool. So now let's see this code. So there is fruits, as you can see, there is apple, there is a banana, and there is cherry. And for fruit, कहाँ पे प्रिंट होगा, इधर इधर से प्रिंट होगा ये, for fruit in fruit print fruit. Okay, so we what this for loop is going to do is print the each and every elements of fruits. So print this, is print apple, banana and cherry, right? So let's come back to the slide. So finally we have do while loops. So is there is a while loops, and then why you need do while? Basically do while does what? So let's go back to the slide of while loop. So while loop does what? Executes a block of code repeatedly as long as the condition is true. So condition is false from the beginning, it's gonna execute nothing, right? But for in the case of do while, what do while do? A do while loop runs the code at least once and then keep it running as long as the condition is true. It means do while loop's gonna run the code at least one, no matter the condition is true, false or whatever. It doesn't depend on anything. It will gonna run the statement or the code at least single time, and then it will check the condition is true or false. If the condition is false, it not gonna run again. If the condition is true, it gonna run again and again until the condition gets false. So we have do while loops or the do while functionality in C++, Java, but in Python we doesn't have the built-in do while, but we can use it, or we can simulate the behavior of do while using a while true loop with a break statement, or we're gonna see that how. So there is a while keyword, while true, मतलब while पहले से ही true है, जो भी हो while एक बार ना एक बार रन होगा, उसके बाद कोड ब्लॉक रन होगा, उसके बाद अगर कंडीशन सही है, अगर गलत है तो फिर ब्रेक हो जाएगा, अगर सही है तो फिर रन होगा. For in syntax in C is pretty much same. There is a do and then the code block, and then after the code block there is a condition. As you can see in while, there is a condition from beginning, right? But in do while, the condition comes to the last after the code block. So let's see the code. So do while in C, as I see, there is a initialization or declaration of the variable. As you can see, the condition is after the code statement. So do आई एक हो, दो हो या 1,00,000 हो, डजंट मैटर. अगर कंडीशन ट्रू हो या फॉल्स हो, डजंट मैटर. इट विल गोना रन आई at least one time, at least single time, and then it will check the condition I छोटा है कि बड़ा है 5 से या फिर जो भी है, and then if it's true it's gonna run it again. If it's not, then it's not, don't gonna run it. So let's run it. So as you can see, it's run 1 2 3 4 5. What if I make this statement 10, or let's suppose 1,000? That is gonna run. Yes, it's gonna run only while one time. It's run only one time. So if I make this 10, it's also gonna run one time. No matter what is the condition, it gonna run at least one time. Then it will check, let's suppose it's 10, ये रन हुआ एक बार, उसके बाद चेक किया कंडीशन, क्या कंडीशन ट्रू है नहीं है, तो ये जो कोड है ये रिटर्न नहीं होगा. तो for Python, how gonna we, as I say, there is no do while functionality in Python, but we gonna use it by simultaneously using some other features of Python, like ये तो डिक्लेरेशन हो गया i इक्वल टू 1, देन इज while ट्रू हो, मतलब while एक बार रन होगा, i को प्रिंट कर दो पहले. while true means while gonna run at least one time and print 1, राइट. एंड देन इसके बाद i जो है वो बढ़ाएगा एक घर. उसके बाद i अगर 5 से बड़ा हुआ तो फिर स्टेटमेंट को ब्रेक कर दो, लूप को ब्रेक कर दो. अगर छोटा है तो फिर से इसको रन करो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. तो फिर लेट्स रन दिस कोड एज वेल. As you can see, it's run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I make this 10 or 1000, has it gone on? Yes. Sorry, my code runner is not currently working correctly right now. So it's print 1000 single time. After that, it check the condition. That condition is not true. Then it's break the loop and don't print the statement. I hope I'm clear. So until now, is anybody have any kind of query? Please feel free to ask. Okay, so that's all from my side. And now I am going to call Smriti and Manish to continue the next part of this session. Thank you.
Hello. So my screen is visible.
Yes, you are visible.
Good morning to all seniors, my batchmate, and all participants. I am Manish Kumar Sahu from IT's second year. Today I'm going to teach you about data structure and different types of data structure. So, so what is data structure? A data structure is a way of storing and organizing a data in an efficient manner. So we will look different data structures in Python. First, we are having string. So a string is a group or a sequence of characters. In Python, strings are surrounded by either single quotation mark or double quotation mark. For example, this hello. I have used a single quotation mark, as well as I have used a hello surrounded by double quotation mark. Both are same. If you will execute them, both will give the same result. So how you can display a string literal? By using a print function, you can display a string literal. So we will move to our next slide. So string as array. As you remember, in C language, we are having arrays, but in Python, we don't have such provision. In Python, we use string instead of array. Also in C, we are using characters, but in Python, we also don't have characters, but a character is simply a string with length 1. So, how we can access element in a string? We are using square brackets so that we can access element of a string. Now, what is a slice? So, a segment of a string is known as slice. Now, how we can select a character from a given string? So, for this, we are using string slicing. For string slicing, we mainly have two things. We are having a square bracket and we are using semicolon along with the indexes. So we are having a start index and a ending index. So here we are having a syntax of string slicing. Now we will move to VS Code for the implementation of string slicing. So here I have already written some lines of code. So I'll execute all of them and I'll explain. So first I'll comment out rest of them. Hmm. So as you can see here, I've used hash symbol. So in C, if you remember, we are using double slash for commenting out, but in Python we are using hash for single line comment. Also, for a multi-line comment, we are using double quotation mark. So first we are having this string hello. We'll print it. So it will simply display the string literal. Now, now we will see one by one how we can do perform string slicing. Huh. Now I'm going to execute this. Huh. We have got some output. Now one by one I will explain them. So first we have used initialize a str variable with string hello. So while printing this, I am getting an output hello. Second, print str 0. So in Python, indexing is starting from 0. So the zeroth index, we are having h at zeroth index. So h got printed here. Now here print str 2 semicolon 5 semicolon 1. So this one is here step value. In Python, step means कि कितने value के बाद वो आगे बढ़ेगा. For example, here I have given 1. So starting index is 2. So it will start from second index, which is L, So fifth one is last index. So in a string slicing, last index, if we are initializing, so it will not go to the last index. One index before the last index, it will stop. So while string slicing, last index never get included. So here we have used step as 1. So it will print LLO. If I will remove this one and simply I will execute this. Again, I have got this LLO. So the default value of a step is always 1 in Python. If we have not given any step value, so it will always take it as 1. Now, if we will give a step as 2, I will increase some more. I will increase the size of this string. Ah, I will execute it. So I have got output LLOWER. Hmm. So it will start from 2. Wait. So it will start from 2, which is L. It will leave. Achha, yeah, I think some issues. Huh. So if I have not given any last ending index, so it will print from the starting index to the last of the index. So if I will run it from second index, I am having L. So from L, it will print to the last of the string. So next we are having string asterisk 2. So it will concatenate the given string two times. So we will get the string two times. So there we don't have any white space, as we haven't given any white space while initializing str. So it will simply get concatenated. Now next we are having str plus test. So this test will also get concatenated with this str value. Here are some more example of string slicing from 1 to 5. So first value is E till it will go to fourth value. So it will move to O. So I have got ELLO. Now if you want to access a particular index, so I have used here fourth index. So fourth index I have got O. So I have got O as an output. Now if we want to check what is the type of the given variable, which is a string as we know, but if we want to check it, so we will use this type keyword. So we will get the class str. This means the following variable is of string class. Now we will move to other. Now we will move to other slide. So these are the examples which we have performed. Now, if we want to check a particular phase in a given sentence or a string, so we will use in keyword. So let's go to VS Code for its implementation. Hmm. I will comment it out. Hmm. I will remove the comment from here. So I have initialized a text variable with some string. The best thing in life are free. So now we are using in keyword. So print free in text. Now it will check that whether free is present in the text. So let's see what is going to happen. So it is going to give a value true. So it always gives Boolean values, either true or false. So it returns a true value. Now we will check for something here. Now we are going to check that something is present or not. So we are using not in keyword. So free is present. So I will write something other. For example, I will write price. So let's execute this. So I have written REE. So REE is not present in this text. So it will return false. So now move to the slide. So we have checked the if not and not keyword. So we are having more function. So in C we are using function word, but in Python we are using method. Both are same. So we will implement these all functions method in VS Code. Let's go. I will remove all this. First we will see capitalize. So capitalize, it converts the first character to the uppercase. So let's see it how it works. So we will initialize our text. Now we will write some text. Huh. I think now we will initialize x is equals to x dot cap. Now we will print this x. Now see what will happen. Huh. So the complete text is capitalized. Now we will see another method which is case fold. So it converts the complete text into so you can see the output, all the capital letters converted into small letters. We will see another method which is center. It will return it will returns a centered string. Huh. Now execute it. Acha. I have to give some value. I'll take 20. So it comes to the center. If I'll increase it, see what happens. Huh. Now you can see 200 space he has taken and it has came to center. We will see another method which is count. So it will count a particular string in the given string. So I will change the text. Now I will count apple. So I'll run it. So two times this apple has a, so this apple is present two times in the given string. So it will return 2. Now move to the next slide. So next we are having list. So list is a collection of items that are changeable, and also it allows duplicate members. So do you know about mutable data type? So a mutable data types are the data types which once created, so it allows changes. For example, we can add, we can remove different elements. So here is so the representation of list is we are using square bracket. So it is the representation of list. We are having some example. I've created this list which contains some fruit names. So I'll use print this list function. So it will display my list. So if we will use type function, it will display the type of the given list, which will be class list. Now we are moving to our next slide. So here are different methods which we are going to use in list. Now let's execute them in VS Code so that it will be more clear. I will remove this string one and I'll so I have already prepared a list having some fruit names. If I will execute this, it will display the type of this given variable, which is list. Now I will use some methods. Now I will use append function. It will add an item to the end of the list. So fruit dot append. I will add here orange. Now if I will print the fruit, it will get add to the end of the list. So let's check. You can see in the previous list there was not orange, but now we have added orange. So it will give orange at the last of the given list. Now if we want to insert an element in the index of some other element, so we will use insert function. So in the place of append, I will use insert. Now in the index 1, I will add orange. So, so you can see here at index 1, previously we were having banana, but now it has been replaced by orange. Now we will see how to remove an element from a given list. For removing, we use remove method. So I'll remove orange from the given list and I'll print it. So let's see the execution. Oh, oh, I have to add here orange. Now I'll execute it. So first we were having orange also in the list, but after using remove function, orange has disappeared from the given list. So we'll move to the slide section. Now we are moving to tuple. So tuple is a data type which is mutable. So immutable. So what do you mean by immutable? So it is a data type which once created, so the item cannot be removed or new items can be inserted. So what is the representation of tuple? So tuples are represented by the first bracket or parenthesis. So here is the example of some tuple inside the parenthesis. Now I'll move to next slide. So here are some methods which we are going to see. As in tuple, we don't have to add or remove. It doesn't have much methods. It only has count and index. So we'll go to VS Code and execute them one by one. We'll go to tuple section. So if we want this tuple to be iterated 2 times, so we'll use fruit asterisk 2 times. So I'll execute it. So I have got this same tuple 2 times. Now, if I want to add 2 tuples, so what we'll get? Uh, hmm. First tuple we are having fruit. Some after that second tuple we'll make of some numbers. Um, Now we'll make another tuple 3, in which fruit plus number. I will comment it out. Now I will execute it. So here I have tuple 3. So first we have written fruits, so fruits will come first. After that, the numbers will be printed. Now we will see some methods of index and count. We'll remove all these. For count, root dot count. Now I will count here kiwi. So it will return the number of times kiwi is present in the given tuple. Let's execute it. So 2 times this kiwi is present in the tuple, so it will return 2. Now we will use another function, that is index. We will check the index of lychee. So it prints 3. Here also index starts from 0. Now we'll move to our slide. Now we are having dictionary. So dictionary is a collection which is changeable. So we can say that dictionaries are mutable data type. The representation of dictionary, it is represented by curly brackets. Dictionary mainly have two parts. One is key and another is value. So for every key there is a value which corresponds to it. Here are some examples of dictionary. So this one here is known as key, and for key 1 we are having a character as its value. Now we'll see in VS Code about the how to check the length of a given dictionary. For checking length, we are using length keyword. Now execute it. So it returns 3 because 3 different parameters we are having. So name, class, age. So 3 different keys are having, so it returns 3. Now we will move to slides. So here we are having two methods. How to access element. So we'll move to we will move to VS Code for the implementation. How to access elements. So for class key, we are having 12 as its value. So it will return 12. Now we will use get key. So for name dictionary, we will use dot key. Age. So it will return the different keys of this name dictionary. Now we will see some methods. Now we will see how to remove the element from a specified key. So for that we are using pop function. I have to remove this first. So name dot pop. So I will remove name from this dictionary and I will print it. So let's see what is will happen. So this name key along with its value will remove from this dictionary. Now we will see another method which is clear. So while using clear function, it will remove all the elements from the dictionary and it will return a null. So that's all. If you are having any doubt, please feel free to ask it. Now I am going to hand over the session to Gokul. Thank you.
So we hope you enjoy the first day of today's session. We'll rejoin at exactly 2:30 p.m. sharp. Please be on time. Okay. But before you leave, join the Google Classroom if you haven't already. The classroom link will be provided in the chat. Please join the classroom if you haven't already yesterday. I am saying again, please join the classroom if you haven't.